Hello and welcome. Today we're going to take a look inside this DAF XF tractor unit. Being the larger of the DAF tractor units, you've got a near vertical climb of 4 steps to access the cab. Once on board, the cab is a almost flat floor layout, giving really good cross cab access. Just like in many of the trucks, the seat is suspended on a cushion of air. The seat also has controls for lower, mid, lumbar adjustment and for the side bolster supports. Above there we've got various other levers for adjusting the seat base height. The seat base can also be tilted, and the backrest tilt. There is also a switch for the heated seat, and around the other side there's also a switch which allows for the backrest to pivot halfway up, to increase comfort and hopefully alleviate some of the back problems that come from hours sat behind the wheel. The door cards incorporate a nice large armrest and the usual switchgear for electric windows and all 4 of the exterior mirrors. Moving on to the dash itself, we've got the control switch for the light, behind a multifunction steering wheel with cruise control and audio controls. We have a very simple instrument unit, so gone are all the old gauges. Now we just have a speedometer, rev counter, fuel gauge with AdBlue and temperature, so not much different to what you would see in a regular passenger car. The centre is dominated by a multifunction display which has controls things like driver performance, and also your gauges for the air tank levels and things are also incorporated into the central display via the menu system. And below that we've just got some other warning lights, things like the ride height and mid-lift axle to tell us that the axle's up or down, and then things like your clock and temperature gauge. So fairly simple unit. As we move across to the left, we've got our park brake, which again, being a truck, that's all on air. Below that, the control wheel for the multifunction display. In the centre, 2 doubled-in radio slots as primary switch gear, and the control knob for the transmission selector, because again, most trucks now are auto or an automated manual. And tucked away below that at knee level, the climate control systems. So up on the dash top we've got our quite a large T-shelf area, and below that we've actually got this slide out tray as well, increasing capacity even further. Obviously the dash has a wraparound design, making so all the switchgear is in a driver favoured ergonomic position. Below the storage we've got a couple of central air vents, some more switchgear for things like door locking and interior lighting. Stowed neatly below there we've got 2 pull-out cup holders. They are quite shallow, but one thing that is quite good about them, they've got this bezel at the top, so it's the right size for things like soft drinks cans. But if you do want to put something larger in there, you can actually swivel away the top part, which leaves you with a slightly large cup holder below that. And as you can see, with the top part slid away, you can actually fit a larger bottle in there, although as I say, it is quite shallow. And below that we've got a recessed storage area, which is perfect size for documents. Like I say, being that it's an almost flat floored cab, there is quite good cross cab access, so you can actually stand with the high top, you can stand up in the centre there and quite easily move about the cab. And again, we've got a second air seat on the passenger side, which not all trucks have. Some just have a static seat where the base can lift. And on the XF model here, we've got this piano black trim with silver around the edge. I do quite like on the XF we've got this one-piece window rather than the split two-piece one on the smaller CF model, which can be a problem in poor weather conditions if you want to drop the window for better visibility in your mirror. So up top we've got storage lockers, we've got the tachograph unit, and some blanks if we wish to put other equipment in there too. The side and front blinds are included on here as well, as opposed to two separate sun visors in the front. And we've got some map lights as well in there. So moving around to the back, we've got a single bunk, no storage underneath the bunk. We do have controls in the back for things like the night heater lighting and this reading lamp as well. And along the back of the cab wall we've got a charging point, and we've got a storage bin at the back as well. And again, we've got this piano black and silver trim piece running across the back. So one thing, the bunks in the DAF, I know certainly the older ones, was known in the industry for being some of the most comfortable available. So no windows in the back of this model, unlike but as is available in some versions. Also no overhead storage in the back, only at the front. Personally, I prefer the dash layout of the smaller CF model. It's obviously not as tall, but it means all the controls are a little bit more central, a bit closer together in the middle. You've also got one larger shelf on the top of the dash as well, but you do lose the pull-out tray. But certainly once on board, the XF does have better access, but the CF being lower and the steps being less vertical is a much easier vehicle to get in and out of. Thank you very much for watching.